morning, Judge.
Good morning, Mr. Peavy. How are you this morning?
Good to see you. Good to see you. I know I have this 9 o'clock as well as a 10 o'clock with you today. And Ms. Gonzalez is correct. My 9 o'clock is a Pena versus Allstate. His has been settled. All of the docs have been exchanged. The check has been today. I'm just waiting on to correct my attorney.
You're what?
I'm just waiting to receive the notice of non-suit from the plaintiff attorney, Mr. Brandon Ramsey, for Pena versus Allstate, but it is settled.
You don't need to stay on, sir. We'll just send you an EJ dismissal for about 30 days, and hopefully by then all the documents will be entered. How's that?
Great, Judge. Sounds like a plan. I have a 10 o'clock, but I'll be back.
No, Mr. Peavy, you don't have a 10 o'clock. That's the case with Milad Farah. And that trial was set for this August, and that's canceled because we can't have trials until after September 1st.
That was my understanding as well. So my 10 o'clock will be canceled. Is my 10 o'clock?
Yes, it's canceled.
All right, sounds good.
Peavy, it's you. You took care of business here.
I did. Well, I would rather be here when I'm not needed than not show up. So.
Thank you, Mr. Peavy. I appreciate it. Be safe.
Okay. Thank you, Judge. See you next time.
Thank you. Absolutely. Thank you. Well, good morning, everybody. It is 9:01 a.m., 7/22/20. As everybody knows, unless they've been living under a rock somewhere, we are in the COVID pandemic. And the Texas Supreme Court has allowed us to participate via Zoom and YouTube Live, to hold hearings via Zoom and YouTube Live. If there's anybody out there that objects to proceeding via Zoom and YouTube Live, can you tell me right now verbally? Object verbally right now. Otherwise, forever hold your peace. Everybody, please get on mute because I'm getting lots of feedback.
All right.
Thank you. And then I'll ask you. Thank you, Mr. Beganowski. I appreciate that. Okay. Now I want everybody to know, participants to know that that my court reporter, Ms. Anita is participating, is here in this hearing today, as well as Rebecca Gonzalez, my court coordinator, and Rick Salazar, my bailiff. Now, if anybody wants to use the options bar at the bottom, chat, breakout room, just ask for permission. I'm happy to give it to you. What else? No recording. Nobody is to record these proceedings. The only official court record is the court reporter's record. If anybody is caught recording, either in YouTube gallery or herein, you can be held in contempt of court. Now, with those instructions, is there anyone here that does not understand those instructions? Please verbalize it right now. Otherwise, we are going to proceed. I'm letting in Palma Rosie. Is that an attorney? Caitlin? Palma Rosie? Miss Becky, does that sound familiar, ringing a bell?
What's the name, Judge?
Caitlin Palma Rosie.
No, I don't show her.
Okay, follow her, Rick, please. Palma Rosie, thank you.
Yes, Judge.
Okay, the first one on the docket is Solis. Is that gone, Miss Becky? Tell me as
Yes, Judge. Yes, Judge. I received the agreed order signed by the county attorney yesterday, so I'll be forwarding that to you for signature.
Thank you very much. The next one is Portillo versus McDonald's Restaurant.
And that's the one that's reset because Tiffany Judy called that she was still trying to get the reduction from the hospital on the hospital liens.
Got it. Thank you, Miss Becky. Karina Lopez.
Judge,
yes.
Judge, that's the case I'm on. Can I be excused?
Is that you, Mr. Martinez?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, sir. How come you are not on my docket in that case? Are you the ad litem?
I'm the ad litem, Judge.
Very good, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you very much, sir, for participating. I'm proud of you, sir. Go be safe out there.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you, Mr. Martinez. Have a good day. The next one, Karina. Yes, thank you. Karina Lopez versus ASI Lloyds. That's Mitchell Moss. And Michael Ramirez. Is there anybody online participating herein for that case? Okay, we'll skip it. Go to the next one.
That case was disposed. There was a notice of non-suit filed on the 20th.
Lopez versus
Yes, ASI Lloyd's.
And it was what again?
A notice of non-suit was filed on the 20th
Of July?
of July, yes?
Okay, Ms. Becky, I want you to call Mitch Moss and tell Mitch Moss to be a little bit respectful, and when a notice of non-suit is filed, to please call and let us know so that we can take it off our docket. Could you please tell him that?
Okay, Judge.
Okay, or Michael Ramirez, either of them, right? The least they can do is call and say, Judge, we filed a non-suit, it's canceled. Okay, the next one is Eric Alejandro, but there's no respect around here anymore in spite of this pandemic. Nobody respects anybody, everybody's mean to everybody, and nobody's kind. Eric Alejandro Olvero, or is everybody, Jorge Rivas is plaintiff's attorney. Is anybody on for Jorge Rivas? Miss Becky, can you call Jorge Rivas, see what's going on with him? The next one is Michael Lawrence and Sean White. Is anybody participating on that one? Is anybody here for that one? Okay, we'll skip that one. The next one is Oscar Lada and James Kennedy. Both of you are on, right?
Yes, Your Honor, I'm here.
Good.
Your Honor, I'm here on behalf of Oscar Lada.
Thank you. At this time, court calls cause number 2019-453, Knudsen versus DOCKET and USAA. Announcement to council, please.
James Kennedy for the plaintiff.
Cindy Vasquez for USAA.
Okay.
Your Honor, Jack Nelson in Lubbock. I'm the attorney for defendant Michael DOCKET.
Got it. Okay, sir. You wanted to talk to me earlier. You want to tell me what's happening now with you?
I'm trying to get out of this case, Judge. The adjuster for the insurance carrier for my client, Mr. DOCKET, dealt directly with Mr. Kennedy's office and effectuated a settlement of the claims against Mr. DOCKET back in September of last year. She sent a release in the settlement check and so on and so forth direct. And the release was signed on September 10 of 2019. She advised me that she had an agreement with Mr. Kennedy that he would prepare an appropriate motion for non-suit or notice of non-suit and an order granting the motion if it was a motion instead of a notice. We finally received the file stamped copy of the motion for non-suit as to Mr. DOCKET, my client. It was filed on January 30 of this year. We have never received the order granting the motion for non-suit. I think, I'm certainly not under oath, but I think we had contacted Mr. Kennedy's office, maybe spoke to his legal assistant or somewhere in the office on a few occasions saying we are waiting for the order to be entered, please do so. And so we're still waiting. I consider the file closed, but we don't have our order for non-suit, and my adjuster keeps bothering me. And typically I would be the one to prepare those documents, but she had an agreement, I understand, with Mr. Kennedy's office.
Okay, Mr. Kennedy, do we have an order of non-suit around somewhere that I can sign to get Mr. Nelson out?
And Your Honor, because I'm an officer of the court and I'm not looking at sending you an email with that, I'm sure we did already, but I'll make sure we get you. Our typical procedure is file the non-suit, send a file stamp to Becky for your signature. But since I can't swear to that, you know,
let's see if we can expedite this. Miss Becky, do you know if we've gotten an email from Mr. Kennedy, an order for the non-suit? Or Miss, let's maybe expedite it even more.
Is this the one where Mr. Kennedy filed the motion to dismiss back in January?
Yes.
On this, no, when they sent that motion, Judge, they didn't send an order because you would have already signed it. That
Okay.
was way before the pandemic, so I haven't received. Did he send something else recent?
No, he doesn't know. Okay.
I'm
send
not sure,
it.
so I can't
I
say.
just need it sent again, so I can forward it to you.
If you've already sent it once, okay, Mr. Kennedy, can you just resend it, please? So
We
we
will
can get Mr. Nelson out of this case.
We will send it today, okay?
I
And
know.
so-
Okay, so Mr. Nelson, you may be excused now that we know that you're out of the case. We appreciate you coming in and participating. You should be getting a copy of the order of non-suit within a week or so, sir. 2 days, 3 days.
Thank you, Mr. Kennedy.
Sure.
Thank you, Becky.
Thank you. Be safe out there, sir. Be
Okay,
safe.
hope everything's fine in El Paso del Norte. See you. Thank you.
Thank you. I've never heard El Paso being called El Paso del Norte. Thank you for that, Mr. Nelson.
All right.
Be safe. Thank you.
I will.
Ms. Vasquez, Mr. Kennedy, now talk to me. What are we doing with the rest of
Yes, Your Honor. So USAA is still in the game, as they say. We are going to engage in settlement negotiations with Mr. Kennedy if Mr. Latta has not already done so. I don't believe that we have a trial date in this case yet. So if you would like to give us one, that would be great.
Yes, that's what we need, a scheduling order. I want you to work with deadlines and do what you need to do. Mr. Kennedy, do you agree with that?
Yes, Your Honor. And on this one, I'd ask for maybe a November setting because this case is going to settle, I'm sure. And if we get an earlier setting, we ought to be able to get it done. Okay.
Okay, November setting of 2020, right?
Yeah.
2020. Okay, I can give you, are we okay with that, Ms. Vasquez? November?
Yes, Your Honor. I'm fine with that.
Great. November 2020 trial setting, Ms. Becky, please. Then work backwards on the deadlines, and I trust that soon you are going to be calling this office, Ms. Becky, and saying it's settled.
Hopefully, Your Honor.
Now, do we need another settlement conference? Do you think one more to kind of push you along? Or are you guys pretty much self-motivators?
I think we're self-motivators, Your Honor. I'd like to think that.
Okay, so we'll set it in November, and then you guys let us know, okay?
Sounds good.
Very
And
well.
Your Honor, for the record, I consider myself kind and respectful because I know you haven't had that experience. So, okay.
I'm glad. You both, Ms. Vasquez, have been kind and considerate and respectful. I just can't believe people being so ugly. We've got so many issues we have to deal with, like life and death issues, right? Life and death. This is life and death. And yet people are mean and ugly and cruel and disrespectful. And I'm talking about attorneys, and that's just not nice. It's not nice, you know? Anyway, I'm off my soapbox. You've always been very kind, Mr. Kennedy. I appreciate that, as well as you, Ms. Vasquez, very kind and respectful.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. You all may be excused. Be kind and respectful out there.
Have a
Thank you,
good day, Your Honor.
We'll get that order to you as soon as possible. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I know you will. You're diligent.
Okay. Thank you.
You're motivated and you're diligent. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye, Mr. Kennedy. Pedro Peña. That's the one that Mr. PV, what did he say, Miss Becky? Becky, you're on mute. You're on mute.
I'm trying to get my mouse over there. Yes, Judge, this is the one the case settled. He says he was waiting for the order for non-suit or the paperwork from the other attorney, but Brandon Ramsey's office had called that the case settled.
Okay, so let's set this up for an EJ dismissal in 30 days, Miss Becky. That's what we have to do on that one. Okay, EJ dismissal in 30 days. The next one is, Becky, did that one settle too or something? Because neither of the attorneys are present. Sean
I
White-
just got a call from Celeste Guerra. She was trying to get in, so she should be. And Sean White, I gave the link to the assistant.
Your Honor, and if I may, I'm standing in for Sean White. That's I hadn't seen the I couldn't find the link into the Zoom meeting. Apologize.
That's okay, sir. Okay, Mr. Dries. So you're here, you're associated with Mr. Sean White, right?
Yes, I'm here at Kim Smith, Your Honor.
Okay, very good, sir. Okay, I just let Celeste Guerra in. Are you connected, Ms. Guerra?
I am, Judge.
There you are. Thank you. At this time, court calls cause number 2019-627, Pedro Viescas versus Allstate. Announcement of counsel, please.
Your Honor, Celeste Guerra with the Lawrence Law Firm for plaintiff.
Good morning, Your Honor. Leonardo Ruiz with Kim Smith representing Allstate in this lawsuit.
Thank you. Okay. So what's the status of this case, counsel? First of all, no jury fee has been paid. You
Jury
guys-
fee was paid, Judge.
Okay, good. Thank you. Just recently. Good. Okay, we got that out of the way. So do we have a scheduling order in place, counsel? Either of you?
Oof, I want to say yes, but let me double check.
I was not able to find a judge. I was trying to log into the El Paso County website, and I was not allowed to on my computer because of a safety measure. I don't have one in my pleadings,
Let's see.
in my pleadings folder.
Judge, since the jury fee wasn't paid, no scheduling order went out.
Ah, okay, so you just barely paid it. Okay, let's do a scheduling order. Has any discovery been done in this case, counsel? yet?
Yes, Your Honor, written discovery.
Okay, that's good. Okay, so we're gonna do a scheduling order. We're gonna set this for trial. When do you think realistically this case could be ready for trial?
I think by early next year, Judge.
Early 2021, sounds good.
Okay, you want February, January, February.
Yeah, I could, yes, Your Honor.
We're
Yes,
gonna do-
Judge, either one is fine with us.
Thank you. We're gonna do a January, February trial setting. Then you guys work back with the deadlines. I want you attorneys to know that whether we are going to be ever in trial again, we have no clue. Right? No clue. It's just up in the air. So I'm going to stick strictly to the deadlines, the discovery deadlines, because that's the only way that we're going to be able to probably move these cases. Okay. So just know
Right.
that at the onset. Okay. To please follow these deadlines. Okay.
Absolutely, Your Honor.
Very well. Anything else? Anything else we need to discuss in this case? We'll be sending you the scheduling order. Anything else, Mr. Dries?
No, Your Honor.
And Ms. Guerra?
Not that I can think of, Judge.
Great.
We have one other case together, but we can wait in line if that's what you want us to do.
No. Let's do it right now so you can leave. Okay, so we took care of that one. And then which is the next one?
Guadalupe
Tomorrow.
Marroquin, Your Honor, this is matter number 2019 DCV 0275. Guadalupe Marroquin versus Allstate.
Let
At the
me.
top on page 2, Judge.
On top of page two? There it is. Okay, I have Michael Lawrence as the attorney, the plaintiff's attorney. Ms.
That's my law firm, Your Honor.
Got it. At this time, court calls cause number 2019-275, Marroquin versus Allstate. Announcement of counsel, please.
Celeste Guerra with the Lawrence Law Firm for plaintiff, Judge.
Leonel Ruiz representing Allstate, Your Honor.
Has the jury fee been paid in this case, Ms. Acosta?
Yes, it has when the case was opened.
Okay, so now, what's the status of this case, counsel? Please, somebody tell me.
This one has not been worked up, Judge. I need to get a demand, statutory demand to defendant that I've been promising. I don't believe, I couldn't find a scheduling and order in this one either. But I could be wrong. One of the issues that I had with this case is that we misplaced the file electronically. So we're in the process of still recovering all of it. We've recovered part of it, but a scheduling order is not one that I have seen unless Mr. Ruiz can tell us differently.
Okay.
I haven't seen one either, but I would need to check my.
When do you think this will be ready?
I think the same, Judge. Just as a brief background, my firm and Mr. Ruiz's firm have had many cases over the last 3 years, and we've been pretty successful at working them up and settling them.
Good. That's good to hear. Okay, so let's do this one maybe March.
That's fine with us, Judge.
Ms. Acosta, we don't have a scheduling order, do we?
No, we do not.
Yeah. Let's do March trial setting on this one, Ms. Becky, and then we'll work backwards.
Okay.
Okay, what else? Anything else? Remember?
That's all I have, Judge.
Not on our end, Your Honor.
Mr. Dries, nothing, Ms. Guerra?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you. Be safe. You all may be.
Thank you. Likewise.
Have a great day, Your Honor.
Mr. Avila, can you be put on mute, sir? I don't know if the feedback is coming from you.
Yes, it's coming from him, Judge.
I'm getting lots of feedback, Mr. Avila, and I can't hear.
You want me to mute it?
Yes, sir, please. Thank you. You did a great job,
Have a
sir.
great day, Your Honor.
Yes, you too, Mr. Dries. Okay, the next one is McGloshin and Mr. Ron Isle, maybe that's how you pronounce it. 2019-631 Madrid versus American General. Contractors, announcement of council, please.
Yeah, for Jose Madrid, Victor Biganowski, and Bill McGloshin, Your Honor.
And Ron Eiley for the defendant.
Eiley, that's the way you
Yeah.
pronounce it. Eiley, thank you. sir. Thank you. Has a
I
jury-
answer to it just about any way.
Okay, like the rest of us. Okay, has a jury fee been paid in this
Yes,
case?
it has, Judge.
Yes,
Good, okay. So now, what's the status of it? Have you worked
Well,
it up or not?
yes, Your Honor. Well, we've just finally cleared up discovery. I'm getting a few more documents to Mr. Eiley. Then we'll set depositions and go to mediation, I believe. Is that right, Ron?
Yeah, that's my understanding, yes.
Okay, let's set this for trial. When do you think? January, February, March?
February's fine, Your Honor, with me. about
If
you,
you're
Bill?
fine with me, Judge, my February is really full, so if we could push
Okay.
it to March, that would be perfect.
You're okay with March, Mr.
Yes,
Beganowski?
I am, Your Honor.
And
Yes,
Mr.
I am.
McLaughlin, you're okay with March as well?
Yes, Your Honor, I concur.
March 2021, work the deadlines backwards and please adhere to them strictly, gentlemen, okay?
All right, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor.
You heard my speech. Thank you all. Be safe.
Thank you. Be safe. Thanks, Ron. I'm almost done, Ron. I'll get it to you, okay?
Very good, thank you.
All right.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a wonderful day.
You guys have a
Okay.
great day too. Have a great day. Okay, next one is Hansel Lot, Mr. Luis Avila. Is
Yes,
somebody
Your Honor. Good morning.
here? That's you, Mr. Avila, and then Frederick Hutterer.
This is Cal Mundell, Your Honor, for Daryl Vereen and Fred Hutter.
Got it. At this time, court calls number 2019. You have to announce again. I just wanted to make sure everybody was present. 2019, 735, Dante Lara versus El Paso Fox Express. Announcement of council, please.
Luis Avila, Your Honor, attorney for Hansel Lara, the plaintiff.
Cal Mundell for defendants, Your Honor.
Very well. And you're representing Mr. Mendel. You're representing all the defendants, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Okay, first of all, it says no jury fee paid. Has a jury fee been paid? Ms. Acosta?
Yes, it has. I'm sorry, no, it hasn't.
Has not?
Has not.
Not paid. Is somebody gonna pay it or you want a bench trial, everybody?
We'll get a jury
We'll
fee
pay
paid,
for it.
Your Honor.
Okay, somebody pay for it. Okay, so that's the first step. The second, has any discovery been done or what's going on with this case?
It's been mainly paper discovery right now, Your Honor. We were about to start taking depositions when the pandemic hit and everything
Right.
came to a halt. And then, by the way, that put a problem, the pandemic put a problem with my client's treatment. Because there was a recommendation of surgery. He was going to go through it, and then elective surgeries just completely went out. So I think we probably need some time, like a March setting, and see if we can get everything straightened out by then.
Okay, so has he had the surgery yet or not yet? He's still awaiting. He's
Still waiting.
Okay, let's do that. Let's do March or April. If our docket is full, let's do March or April 2021. You heard I adhere strictly to the deadlines to try to move these cases. Okay, counsel, so please make sure you adhere to these deadlines. Okay, Mr. Avila, Mr. Mundell, anything else?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
Great.
No,
Thank
Your
you.
Honor. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Nice to see you both. Thank you. You may be excused. The next one is Jesse Lockhart? Jesse Lockhart? I guess we'll get back to that one. Ms. Carrion, you are present. At this time, court calls number 2019-591, Paso Teacher Credit Union versus Ruben Martinez. Announcement.
Good morning, Your Honor. Angelica Carrion Beltran on behalf of El Paso Area Teachers Federal Credit Union.
Thank you, ma'am. Good morning. Do we have Good morning. Do we have a defense attorney or the defendant hasn't been served yet?
No, the defendant has not been served. We've tried locally at 3 different addresses. Westlaw, we did a more extensive search and it's showing an address in Socorro. So we'd ask for an additional 60 days to be able to effectuate service on this new address we've located.
Yes, ma'am. I guess no jury fee's been paid yet, but we don't have to worry about that because we don't have the defendant served yet. That's
Correct.
Then we'll take up the jury fee later.
Yes. Thank you so much, Your Honor.
Can I set it up for a status in 60 days so we can
That
see
would
where?
be, yes, perfect. Thank
Status
you.
60 days. Ms. Carrion Beltran, anything else?
No, Your Honor, thank you, and continue to stay safe.
Yes, you too, please. Thank you.
Thank you.
And nice
Bye-bye.
to see you. Nice to see you.
Same to you. Same to you.
Yes, bye-bye.
Thank you.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Sarah C. That's Mr. Enrique Chavez. At this time, court calls cause number 2019-620. Announcement of council, please.
This is Michael Anderson from the Chavez Law Firm for the plaintiff.
Good. Okay, sir. There's no defendant. The answer, I think he was served, but there's no answer filed, so it's.
Correct. We have filed a motion for default judgment and we just need to set that for hearing.
Well, we don't have to set it for hearing. Just submit the paperwork.
Okay.
Paperwork is in order. We don't do, unless you need to get testimony for damages, then that's a whole different story. If you need a record for damages.
I believe normally our motion for default is just on liability and we would ask for a separate hearing on damages.
Well, let's not do a separate hearing. Let's just do it all at the same time and we'll set it for a motion. Okay, sir?
Okay.
How much time do you need for us to set it up?
If you need to get hearing testimony on damages, probably need
Hang on. I don't need it. If you need a hearing, to put damages on the record, I don't need it. I'll sign the default. If you can set up damages paper, why?
If Your Honor will accept an affidavit testimony on damages from the plaintiff?
Absolutely.
Okay, we can do that.
Okay, let's do that. Submit it as soon as you can, and life is good. There's only one defendant, right?
Correct.
Yeah. Now, hang on 1 second.
Okay.
I forgot one thing, Mr. Anderson. Bear with me. I'm a bit old.
That's all right.
Okay, this person, Bobby Santibáñez, was served right in the, no, he was served March of 2019, right? Or 2020?
Yeah. I think it was 19, Your Honor.
Okay, then yes, I will proceed. I'm not signing defaults if they were served during the pandemic.
Okay.
But this was a year before, in 2019. He has no excuse. He can't use the pandemic as an excuse. So submit the paperwork quickly and I'll sign the default.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Anderson, anything else, sir?
No, Your Honor. May I be excused?
Absolutely. Thank you. Nice to meet you. I don't think I've ever met you. Have I?
No, I don't think we have. It's nice to meet you too.
You look very young. How long have you been working for Mr. Chavez?
Just a little over 2 years now.
Good for you. Well, I'm surprised I've not met you in 2 years.
I know.
It's a pleasure. You give my best to Mr. Chavez, will you? And a pleasure to meet you.
I will. Thank you, Your Honor.
How long for the setting, Judge?
For the setting, well, Mr.
Like 30 days, I set it for a default?
Well,
Oh,
no,
no, he's putting the paperwork in, right?
the paperwork, so no
Oh,
hearing.
okay.
No hearing. You're going to submit it, right? You're going to be diligent. I'm going to test you, Mr. Anderson. You're going to be
Yes, Your
diligent.
Honor.
Set it for another hearing. Okay. Thank you.
Yes,
You may be.
Thank you.
Okay, the next one is Jacob Figelman. Is anybody there for Jacob Figelman?
Yes, Your Honor. I'm here on behalf of Javage Block. My name is Caitlin Palmer.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. At this time, court calls cause number 2019-716, Toyota Motor versus Bravo et al. Announcement of council, please.
My name is Caitlin Palmerosi, and I'm here on behalf of Toyota Motor Credit Corporation.
Very good. Now, this is in default status as well, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
And the service, the citation was served in 2019 of August, right? The answer was due 2019 as well. Have you, AKA, has everybody not answered? All three defendants have not answered? Is that the status?
That's correct. And we filed a motion for default judgment back in August of 2019. I'm guessing that my office didn't also email it to the coordinator, so it never got to you, but I did email it to her prior to today's hearing. So
okay. Can we do it all by paper? Can you do it by submission?
Yes, Your Honor.
Let's do that. Let's do that as well. So we don't need another hearing. Okay. Prepare all the paperwork and I'll sign it. And I'm going to test you too. I'm going to make sure you do it, right? You're going to do it.
Yes, I will.
You won't set another hearing. Okay.
Okay.
Ms. Palmarosi, anything else? What a beautiful last name, Palmarosi. I said Palmarazzi is what I said, but it's Palmarosi. That's a beautiful last name.
Thank you.
Anything else, Ms. Palmarosi?
No, that's it.
Very well. Thank you. I trust you're going to submit the documents ASAP. Nice to meet you. Have a great day.
Thank you too.
Yes, ma'am. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, the next one, Evolve Federal Credit Union. That's Lane Reedman. Is anybody on for Lane Reedman? Okay, we'll get back to that one.
That one, Judge. Mr. Reedman sent me, it says motion for dismissal was filed 7/20. I think I send it to you to sign the dismissal, the order dismissing.
Okay, so we don't have to worry about that one. Okay, the next one is with Jorge Rivas and Mr. Hernandez. Daniel Hernandez and Mr. Daniel Gonzalez. Is Jorge on? I don't see Jorge.
No, he's not, Your Honor. I don't know where he's at, but I can cover for him on this with my good friend here.
Yeah, I called him, Judge, and nobody answered his office number, and I emailed him right now because I didn't have a cell phone on in my attorney's book. So I couldn't call him on his cell phone.
Mr. Gonzalez, how can you cover for Mr. Jorge Rivas, your defense attorney?
No, I'm Dan Hernandez is the defense attorney, Your Honor, on this one.
Okay, you're on the side of defense attorney too?
No, I shouldn't be.
Attorney on the docket, it says Daniel Gonzalez and Daniel Hernandez on my docket.
Does that mean Mr. Hernandez owes me some money?
Maybe, I think he does. I think he owes you lots. He owes you lots of money.
I need to go back to the defense side, Your Honor. The way things are going, I might have to ask Dan for a job soon.
That's in the mail, bro.
Submit your resume, Mr. Hernandez.
I've always put him there, Judge. He never told me he was part of the plaintiffs.
I didn't realize that, Your Honor. I don't read this stuff. My secretaries are wonderful. They just take care of it.
I know. Okay, so now
I show him as the intervener, Judge.
I'm sorry?
I show him as the intervener.
That I am.
Okay. So can you help Mr. Rivas then? You can.
Yes, Your Honor. We work closely on a lot of cases on this one. I think the last time we were talking about a new trial setting. We were waiting to see what was going to happen.
Hang on, I need to call the case. At this time, court calls number 2018-2064. Eric Soto et al. Versus All Inc. et al. Announcement of counsel. I remember.
Daniel Gonzalez, Your Honor, standing for the plaintiffs.
Daniel Hernandez on behalf of the defendants, Your Honor.
Okay, so what are we doing? What's happening in this case, gentlemen?
Your Honor, if I might be able to say a few things. So this is a case that is set for trial currently on December 7th of this year. I had filed a motion to continue the case because I had a vacation certificate, but the way things are going with the pandemic and et cetera, I'm going to withdraw that motion, and I want to go ahead and keep that trial setting if I may, Your Honor, because we're not going anywhere. It doesn't seem like anyway. So I just want to withdraw that. The only thing that's pending in the case, Your Honor, is to get a docket control order and an order for mediation. Plus, I filed a motion to abate and stay on behalf of one of the defendants who has been improperly sued in the case. As far as we're concerned, we've submitted a motion that is in essence a combination, because it's a motion to stay and abate as to one of the defendants, and we have submitted evidence attached to that. So it kind of acts as both a special exceptions and a motion for summary judgment. And in essence, Judge, what happens is that it puts the onus on the plaintiff and intervener to prove that, in fact, the defendant, the improper defendant, in fact, can be maintained in the lawsuit. And if they can't, according to the court's calendar deadline, then the court is allowed to dismiss the lawsuit against the improper defendant. It's kind of a summary judgment motion, but it's kind of according to O'Connor's, it's the way to do that, to be able to dismiss an improper party without having to go into too much effort. So that's basically in a nutshell the case, Your Honor.
Okay, I understood that he was improperly served, but that's not the case. He's an improper defendant.
That's right. He's not an owner of the defendant's company. This is a restaurant, Your Honor. It's called Olividin. And it runs the Cincinnati Bar and Grill. This is a dram shop case. And George Diamos is really the defendant we're talking about. He is not an owner of the company. He's an owner of a similar company, but he's not the owner of this company. We have the right named parties in this case, except for Mr. Diamos. So we've obviously answered. They're the ones that have the policy, the insurance policy, et cetera. Mr. Diamos is not. He's basically just an improper party.
Okay. Mr. Gonzalez, what do you have to say?
A lot of things, Judge, but in reference to this, I think Dan and we talked about this before. And I think we kind of cleared that up, but I apologize if you filed the motion. I don't think I've seen it. And I'll look for it right now, but depending on what his representations to me is that we sued the right party, and that's who has the insurance coverage. Based on what I would do more than likely, given those facts here, I'm not gonna have a problem doing it. Of course, here I go. I can't talk for Rivas, but I'll talk to him, try to convince him into it. The only concern I have is with the December 9th trial setting. You know, I knew we were going to continue, but oh well, I'll try to work with Dan to do the scheduling order. We can work backwards. I'm just concerned the way things have been going and the time limits. I would prefer a later trial setting. I think originally when this happened, we put the December 9th trial setting was because we were all praying and hoping that come July, we were going to be back in action. And I'm just kind of concerned and scared. I mean, sadly, yesterday, my son just found out he's going to St. Mary's. On a side note, Judge, that he's going to have all online classes. So I'm like, why are you going to go?
And then, Dad, the tuition for online classes is $80,000 a year.
Yeah, but the beauty about it, he got a pretty much academic scholarship, so I don't have to pay for housing.
Amen. Amen for that.
I'm actually in his room. I set up a nice work area and a desk for him, so it goes both ways.
Good. It's gonna have a twofold purpose: a college dorm room and Dad's law office. That's pretty good.
Yeah, but I do agree with Dan. The reason I'd like to keep it, as I think we've been both trying to push it to get it to mediation. Yeah. I'm just concerned about the deadlines and all that, and what you just said earlier. But if I do so, I will file a motion. I'll talk to Dan about it, because I'll be honest, when you told me we're going to continue, I kind of just sat on my hands. And I'm working on other stuff, but.
Okay, so let's do this. And I can understand that. And I think Mr. Hernandez can understand the fact that when he filed a motion that everybody kind of just said, okay. Well,
I think he's doing it on purpose, Judge.
We'll put it on the back burner. First thing is, Becky, do a scheduling order. Put December 7th as the trial setting. Okay, and you guys work backwards on your deadlines. Okay, we're going to try to keep that December 7th trial setting. But now that I know there's some little hiccups, there's some issues. If you're not ready by then, I'll entertain.
Yes, Judge, because when I was going to do the trial setting for December, right away, the attorneys, Mr. Hernandez's office put that he was going to be on vacation and everything. So, and then even Mr. Rivas turned around and they asked for February settings because he was full in January.
Wow.
So.
Mr.
Yeah.
Daniel.
So we were gonna do a February trial setting.
No, Mr. Daniel Hernandez, Mr. Gonzalez are here. I don't know where Mr. Rivas is, but we are going to keep the December 7th trial setting. And if they're telling Mr. Rivas and Mr. Gonzalez, you can tell Mr. Rivas if there's any issues, I'll entertain it, because I do understand the situation, right? And everybody was a little bit misled by Mr. Hernandez. Mr. Hernandez's vacation certificate, and that's okay. And the other thing, never in our wildest dreams did we think our wings were going to be clipped to travel the entire year.
Yeah.
The entire year. None of us thought that. We thought it'd clear up and life would be as normal is, whatever that is now. Okay. Yeah. So then the second thing I think we need to do to try to push and really make an effort to finalize this thing by December, whether it be a jury trial or not, is we need to set the motion to abate, stay, right?
Yes, ma'am.
We need to set that as soon as possible, right?
Yes.
That really, like you say, is special exceptions and a summary judgment. When do you think we can set that up?
Judge, whenever the court's available.
Your Honor, you know, I'm a one-man show, and I've got, as you know, I'm trying to push for these criminal cases, and I got a big docket. If you can give me about 60 days, I know Dan wants it tomorrow, but I don't have associates. Apparently I will, you know, so I just need some time if I'm gonna have to file a response, but I'll look at the motion right now, and I'll call Dan right now too, see what I can figure out with him. Get
Yeah,
Mr. Rivas on the phone.
let me give you about 45 days. Can I give you 45? You think 45 will be okay, Mr. Gonzalez?
You know, Your Honor, you're the boss. I mean, you know me. I get things done as fast as I can.
I know that. And you are a one-man show, but you know what? You have Mr. Rivas too. That's the good thing. Both of you are aligned in this case, obviously. And so between you, who is an excellent attorney, and Mr. Rivas, who's an excellent attorney, I think you can file responses and do what you have to do in 45 days. So Becky, set this up. The motion to abate and stay for 45 days from now. Okay. The order for mediation, we need to do that too. So who do you guys agree? Who do you want?
I think we already have an agreement with retired Judge.
Villa.
Forget his name.
Villa.
It was gonna be with Villa, right?
I'll let him know that.
Oh, yeah, let him know that he forgot. 2 minutes, he retires and he forgets his name.
Judge, I'm slightly over the age of 50 now, so I'm starting to forget a lot of
Okay, you're right. You are absolutely right. We'll give you that, Mr. Hernandez. Mr. Hernandez is getting old. He forgot.
Yeah, it's the gray in the beard now too.
Okay, so let's do the order. Charlie Villa, we'll take care of that one.
And Judge, can you put a deadline on that mediation too? My client is motivated to try to see what we can do to resolve it sooner rather than later. So maybe we can put maybe a 90-day time limit on that. 90 days would take us into what, October?
Yeah, Mr. Gonzalez, are we okay with 90 days?
Yeah, Your Honor. I think by the end of October, I think it's perfect.
Very well. 90 days. You from today's or when I sign it, do the order, Miss Becky. It'll be 90 days. Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay.
Well, it looks like you guys are working very well together, so I'm very happy to hear that. And that really sometimes settles cases as well. Because when the attorneys, their personalities clash, they don't settle cases. So I think you guys are getting along famously.
Well, we are, Your Honor. I can't speak for George and Dan. I'm kind of in between them, but
yeah. Daniel is the mediator between George and me.
I just think it's fun. If he would have pulled that, if George would have been online, which I know he should have been, but if he would have pulled that, I'm going to withdraw my continuance, he would have hit the roof, thinking he did it on purpose. He would have.
No, he can blame the pandemic.
Yeah.
You could have.
Mr. Gonzalez, I'm appointing you as mediator.
Yeah.
He's been doing a good job, Judge. So if he wants any fees, that's where he's got to get them.
Right. All right, Dan, I'll give you a call. I'll give you a call later, Dan, after I look at your stuff. I'll call you later on today. I have a mediation this afternoon. As soon as I'm done, I'll call you.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you, Judge.
Sounds good.
Glad to hear, Mr. Gonzalez. I'm glad to hear business is booming for you. It's good.
Well, I'm not getting paid on this one, Judge. And that mediation is for my neighbor, so you can imagine I'm just killing it.
Oh my God. Okay.
Your rewards are in heaven, bro.
Yeah, and I just got fired on a probate case about 2 minutes ago, Judge. They told me we're off the record because they told me you took too long. It took you 2 weeks to file the application, and we haven't had a hearing. It's been 35 days. I'm like,
don't they know we're in a pandemic and things go slow?
Yeah, she wants it now.
I'm sorry.
It's all right, Judge. I told her. She says, I'll wait. I'll think about it. I'm going to hire you. I was emailing her back. I said, don't worry. I'm not going to represent you.
Good for you. Good for you.
So as you can see, I'm making all kinds of money today.
But you're sitting in a nice home office.
No, I'm blessed. I'm blessed, Judge. We'll be fine. We're all going to be fine. You know, those of us know how to work and know how to open all the doors. We're all going to be fine.
Well, let me tell you, I kind of miss your Hollywood producer bedroom background.
Yeah, my wife's in that room, and I kind of wanted to change it up, see if you picked up on it.
Okay. I kind of miss that Hollywood producer background, but okay, I'll take this Peterson jersey. Thank you, everybody.
Judge.
Have a good life.
Thank you, Your Honor. May we be excused.
Better, Mr. Gonzalez. Things are going to get better.
Yeah, they are, Your Honor. I have one more thing not on the docket, Your Honor, but I had a criminal case set for a plea, and I emailed Becky. I just want to make sure she got the email. I kind of screwed up and jumped the gun, and she's still talking to her immigration attorney.
Oh, I think I heard Felipe Millan. That's Valeria somebody.
Yeah, it's been, I'm sorry. I just, the girls in pieces. I'm trying to help.
Okay, sure. So I guess we canceled that, Miss Becky?
Yes, Judge, I did.
And if you just want a status or something, Judge, I'll keep pushing it.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have a status, right, to see the immigration status and what Mr. Millan says. Yeah.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Judge,
Thank you,
I
Judge.
do recall in our case, Ms. Becky's already sent us out a scheduling order. We just need to fill it out and send it back. It has the 12/7/2020 trial
Good.
setting, so we can work
Oh,
with
it
that,
did?
Becky. Yes, you did. Good job.
Okay.
Good job, Becky.
See?
We've got that and, but we don't have, we have that plus an order of mediation, but it's not signed.
Okay, let's do the order of mediation, Becky.
Yeah,
Send
and
it-
I think it needs to be revised for the 90-day issue anyway.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
But we do have a scheduling order that you sent out, Ms. Becky. So, and that has, as I said, it has a trial setting of 12/7, pretrial 12/3, and motions hearing on 11/4.
Okay.
So we can just work with that one and send it back to the court.
And that works great because the mediation will be in October. So
Excellent. Yes.
Perfect.
Thank you, Your Honor. Good
Gentlemen,
job.
I-
By the way, I wanted to compliment your work on the Zoom CLE that you all did on using the technology that we're using now. I
Yes.
used many of the tips that you gave. I thought your insight was excellent. You know, showing up with at least a tie is very respectful. I've seen some guys that show up, some lawyers show up with no tie. They look like they're in their sweats or something. I'm like, come on, be respectful to the court.
Absolutely.
well, yeah. Well, I am wearing shorts, Your Honor. I'm just going to be honest with you.
Me
Don't
too.
show me. I don't want to see.
It's so funny. One of the judges that I've had hearings with says she's got a really good sense of humor. She says, "All right, I'm going to have the bailiff call the case. You must stand. You must stand." She does that to see if anybody's wearing shorts. But it's because
Funny.
she's
Yeah.
listening with us.
We're gonna have to do that, Mr. Salazar.
Everybody
Just
stand
stand
up for the judge.
I'll just send it with my computer. See?
That's right. Anyway, that's fine.
Funny. You put a smile on my face. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge. Thank you for everything. Nice to see you, Dad. I'll call you a little later.
Good to see you all. Have a good day.
Thank
Okay, take care.
you.
Bye,
Bye-bye.
Becky. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye, Becky.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye,
Bye.
Okay, so we finished with, did we finish?
Yeah, Judge, you just had one that he didn't show up. I guess that was Mr. Jess Lockhart on page 3, the top one,
Okay, what's happening with that one?
2171st District Court.
Becky, can you get
Yes,
him on?
hold on, Jorge, hold on.
Can you get him online, I guess?
Oh, now I have Jorge Rivas on the phone. Now he's calling me. I'm gonna write down his cell number though.
Yes, write it down, Miss Becky. Okay, can you call Jesse Lockhart?
Okay.
Becky, this is another default that we can have him do.
Oh, okay. And I send it to him personally, Judge. I think he's one of those attorneys from that RSIEH company that nobody was appearing for.
No, I don't understand.
That company where I told you that they have the law file, what is it called? Like Law Texas or something like that, that we were sending it to a generic company. Yes, when you had all those dismissals at the beginning.
Was this a lawyer in a box?
Yeah, it's those lawyers from those large companies where we sent the orders of court sending to a general email.
Oh, Becky, I don't remember.
Law Texas firm, but let me call him. Because this is one that I did send to his personal email.
This Acosta, did he open up his email?
I show that he did. And I sent notices out.
I may just, on the record, dismiss it. Let's see if we can get a hold of him. If not, we dismiss it. Because he did failure to appear. And he's missed out on a default judgment. Let's see. I think we only have one case. I think we can go off the record now.
I have another one,
Everybody,
page 4, Lane Reedman.
No, but didn't Becky say that got taken care of, Rick?
Did she? I don't know. I don't have anything on mine, on my.
Yes, she did.
Yeah, something happened.
She's gonna send you the order to sign.
Yeah, I think it got dismissed. Yeah. Or non-suited or something, Rick. Yeah, I took care of everything except this one, so I am going to go ahead and go off. Everybody stay safe. Yes, off of YouTube.